Well, guys, we got a challenge lock here. This is from Bill out in Sioux City, and this is #1. It looks like, I'm going to guess, Ultra PC, and in his note he said that this is called the Iceman. And the reason I'm guessing on that PC is because I've got a key here, but he's got it sandwiched in between these two, looks like memory cards have been cut in half. But I guess he did that because he figured I had a X-ray machine around the lock lab here somewhere, I don't know. But we're not going to need that stinking key. We're going to try to get in here without it. The little lock, put a piece of leather so I don't crush the cylinder. Get that dude, let me just make sure it'll still move. I don't want it too tight. There we go. Alright, let's see if we can get in here. I'm going to try the red one, which is 1.2 millimeters. It is a Schlage. Let me zoom in a little here. See if we get some feedback on this thing. Might even go a little closer. Nope, the camera's not going to cooperate with us. Alright, it's about as good as it gets. Alright, we got a little bit of slop, nothing unusual. So that tells me there are probably not standard pins in it. And sometimes on these, there's a bit of warding right here in the center. And I found that on some Schlages, you can actually take a 15 thousandths or that and then go from the bottom and you can get around that, and that it works in the front but it's not working in the back. A little bit too tight because I'm binding up there. So I'm gonna have to fight it from this ledge on the left side, which means I'm not going to use this pick. I am going to try this one. It's again a DeForest diamond. It's one I made and then I stuck it inside of these 3D printed grips, or you can download these from the download section of the website if you want them. But what I do is you take like an insert. This one happens to be 25 thousandths, and when you print it, there's going to be a hole. So I just go ahead and grind out your tip, slide it in the hole, and I just epoxy them in there. Works pretty good. I'm going to work from this side, and I'm counting 6. All right, let's try to get in here. See what Bill in Sioux City's got for us. Let me move the camera a little. All right, all the way in, light tension. See what Bill's got going. I'm looking for a binder, and there we go. Pin 4, I just got to click. Pin 3, binder, and I got to click on him. Very light tension. I'm thinking serrated for sure. These clicks are very light. Okay, that was 3 again. And I got a little bit of a fault set going. I'm getting counter rotation on 1. And I got to click on him. I think I'll stop there and see what else is back there. Everything's springy. So I'm going to go back to 1. There, I gave him a second click, and now we got a little bit more of a did a little bit more of a fault set. It's not a deep one yet, I wouldn't call it. Okay, I'm getting a little bit of counter rotation off of 4, but let me look around before I make the decision. Okay, I'm on 6 now, and I'm getting a lot more counter rotation. Let's go ahead and go with him first. 50-50. I'm hearing stuff drop. Come on, 6. There we go. I got to click on him. Go back, check 1. He's not binding. Let me go back to 4 a while ago. There it is, counter rotation. I got a little bit of fault set. Now let me check 1. Same sequence we had before, except we picked 6 first this time around. And 1 took 2 clicks, and there we got a fault set going. I'm still getting counter rotation on 1. I got a good click, but I got no turn on the core. So let me check, and I got nothing. So I'm going to go back to 1 and give him another click. There we go. So now we're up to 4 on pin 1, and now he's not giving counter rotation. So somebody's back there is begging for it. Let's find him. I'm on 5, very slight counter rotation. Let me check everybody else first. Okay, I'm on 5. Very slight. He's the only one giving feedback. I got to click on him. Three, counter rotation. Okay. That was pin 2. Got one click. Oh, got a good fault set going now. I just touched pin 4 again. Pin 5 is now giving me counter rotation and is pretty good. So let's go ahead and see what he does. Okay, there's a lot of clicking there. One thing set and something else fell. And that would be 4. Now I'm back on, looks like 1 has fallen. Getting counter rotation. Okay, we needed 4 on him, but he got stuck after 2, so. Okay, we got a good fault set. I'm on 3. Little counter rotation there, very slight. Okay, got 1 click and he stopped. And there we go. All right, we definitely have some serrated in here, probably some very slight spoolie looking things as well. Let's go ahead and take a look and see what Bill has in here. What kind of alien technology? All right, let's get all this stuff out of the way. First, let's go ahead and take a look at the key, because we are going to need it probably to do the gutting. It's always a little bit neater. All right, not too bad. We got a nice deep cut protecting everything behind it, which is kind of what I'd expect. Got some nice high cuts there. Very nice bitting. And let me look at this circuit board here. No idea what this is. Probably some kind of memory. Now I got to solder that guy back on there. Dang it. Anyway, let's get back to the lock. Quit messing around. Don't need that stuff. Don't need that. Don't need him. And we're going to need that key. I'm going to go ahead and lock him back up. And let's first take the tailpiece off. Jeff Moss, courtesy of Jeff. This tool is. For the you guys haven't watched lately, Jeff sent this tool to me because he got tired of watching me butcher locks with using a pick. Alright, that ought to get it. Let's get the key in there. That. And we will take... See if I can find the right one here. Let's take this guy. All right, everybody's turned correctly. All right, I don't see too much on top that makes it look unusual. Sorry, that's a dehumidifier kicking on in the background. I'm not seeing too much weirdness here. Let's go ahead and take a look at the pins and see what Bill put in here. Got a homemade serrated. We got a standard, homemade serrated, standard, and homemade serrated. These look pretty good, pretty nice sharp edges on them too. And this one, oddly, looks very, very worn. Wouldn't make any difference, but that pin has been around the block. Alright, see what we got. Alright, homemade serrated. Looks almost like a ASA pin. Next one is looks like a commercial spool. Very shallow spool. That's why the counter rotation wasn't that great. Again, another spool, very shallow. We got a homemade one here, and he is massively long. Actually, he was in there like that. Oops. Another spool. I'm gonna mess something up here. Wouldn't be the first time. And the last one, oh, another spool. It looked like a standard. He's so shallow. They look almost like a standard pin. All right, let's see what we got here. Okay, I'm looking in, trying to figure out if the springs are all standard, and they all seem to be sticking right up to the very top, so I don't see anything too unusual there. I'm just going to go and dump them. I see a couple of steels and a couple of well, let's go ahead and do it right, Bill. Maybe we can get them to cooperate. There we go. We got a steel one in 1, steel one in 2, a brass spring in 3. So you're going to get a little bit of variation. Another steel one. Another steel one. And the last one is going to be steel. So we only had one brass one there to give any kind of variation in tension. Let's take a look inside of here. I see nothing. No threading. Nothing. Oh, nothing inside of there. Let's take another look at that core real quick. And again, I don't see anything unusual in the core. So all the trickery was in these homemade pins. Anyway, Bill from Sioux City. Thanks for luck. Appreciate it. Everybody else, stay safe. Guys, stay legal.